We switched it. It used to be Wednesdays, we switched it to Tuesdays. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Let's go. We switching Victory Talk from Wednesdays to Tuesdays because I think that's the day Fresh and Fit. They don't pod on Tuesday, on Tuesday, so we figured we'd pod on Tuesdays. Pod is a verb I just invented for doing a podcast. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's pop. You know what it is. You know what it is. Did you hear the effects, Nima? I can't hear them.
Yeah, I can hear them.
Oh, shit. Anyway, yo, what up? What up? Victory Talk. What it is, man. Yo, we podding on Tuesdays now. Now we podding on Tuesdays. You know what it is. Yeah, man. I just got right. If you will follow me on Instagram, you see, I just hopped off the private jet. It wasn't like some Grant Cardone, Jay-Z shit. It was like the cheapest private jet, but it's still way better than what you fly. You be next to crying babies and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I hopped off it, and now we doing the pod. Real excited. Real excited. We got a lot to cover this week. We took off last week because of Thanksgiving, and now it's Christmas time. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, I told my girl, don't put no white Santas in my house. Don't put no white Santas in my house. But it's a black Santa household. She ain't never been with a black man, El Negro. So she ain't know about Black Santa. She didn't even know it was a thing. You know what I'm saying? But you know what they say. Once you go black, you never go back to your parents' house. Once you go black, you never go back to having good credit. And you never go back to having white Santa Clauses. All right? So anyway, it's excited, man. I'm excited to be here with y'all today. And let's get into some real talk. Nima told me to raise my seat, but I don't know how. So it looked like I'm digging in my booty, but I'm not. I'm trying to raise the seat.
I want him to see the Santa.
You want him to see the Santa's Claus. All right. Real talk, guys. We doing something super special. I'm coming out with a program called Baller Mindset. Baller Mindset. Right? If y'all follow me on Instagram, y'all been watching my stories, y'all can see, man, I've been on. I was just the other day, I was courtside at the Heat game. I felt like I was getting dunked on. Then took the PJ to the amazing tropical locations with me and Minovia and friends. And yeah, I was gonna speak some Spanish, but nah, I didn't wanna. So I know a little bit something about balling. If y'all been keeping up with me, y'all see it, man. So I want to give y'all all the secrets to balling. I'm going to show y'all how to ball, but more importantly, not just like what to do, not just what to do, but more importantly, how to think, right? The mindset required to be a baller. And we're going to cover some of that today too, right? But it's going to be a free course, and it's going to be really comprehensive. And, I want to give it to you for free, but there is a catch. There is a catch. If you want to get the course for free, you have to make a donation to the Toys for Tots charity. All right? Any amount. Donate any amount of money to Toys for Tots. Right? And you give the money to them. We're not collecting any of the money. You go straight to their website, make a donation to Toys for Tots, and send us the receipt. And you'll be on the list of people who are going to get the Baller Mindset course for 100% free at the top of next year. Right? 100% free from me, but we're only giving it to people who donate to Toys for Tots. And the reason we wanted to do that is because we were thinking about a way we can give back and actually like help out people during the holidays, especially some people who are underprivileged, right? So, Toys for Tots, what they do is they take kids who are poor, right? Who like will have like a shitty Christmas because they ain't got it like that. Their parents ain't got it like that. No fault of their own, right? They're just children. It's not their fault. There's nothing they can do. And we wanted it. In Toys for Tots, what they do is they make sure that they get some good toys and have a Merry Christmas. You know what I'm saying? For the holidays. So we figured that was the best way to do it, but I didn't want to collect any of the money, right? Because I didn't want to be getting accused of something, or I didn't want them to say, oh, Brandon's stealing or scamming. I was like, no. Don't give the money to me. Give the money directly to the Toys for Tots charity. Make the donation online and send us the receipt. There's a link in the description with the email and everything and more information about what we're doing. All you got to do is email us your receipt. Send us your receipt. And what we're going to do is put you on a list, and everybody who's on that list is going to get the Baller Mindset course for free. All right? So this is a way I can give you guys something, and we all get to help these children, have a better Christmas, man. I know what it's like growing up kind of broke, and some of y'all know what it's like growing up kind of broke and not getting something for Christmas. At least these kids, man, we can help them out. Kids from these underprivileged backgrounds. All right. So if you're down to do that, type one in the comments. I just want to see who's down to help us, help some children, have a great Christmas, and learn how to ball. That's the thing. You're gonna get something. It ain't just like charity. It's just like, oh, you're just gonna feel good and get a tax write-off. Yeah, you're gonna get that. But you're also going to get the Baller Mindset course. Like, I'm not fucking around with this course. It's going to be really good. Those of y'all who downloaded High Value Alpha Baller, y'all know my free shit be better than most people's paid shit. Am I right? Type in the comments if you went through High Value Alpha Baller and you feel like it's better than some shit that you paid for back in the day. That you paid for from one of these other guys. The High Value Baller offer was no joke. Also, what my man Moe Abbassi, come on, man, Big Mo, get the course. Brandon's helped me make literally all my money. There's a lot of truth in that statement. I remember meeting Mo, po bastard, broke as a joke. My man was driving Uber, no lie, and I was like, listen, man, you too good for this Uber shit. I see potential in you, brother. I see greatness within you. We need to harness that. And we did, man. And Mo had the record for my students at one point for most money in 1 month. I believe it was at $30,000, but Mo, you can correct me if I'm wrong. You had the record until one of his boys broke the record. But he definitely held that from me. If Mo, type in the comments if you know what the exact number was for that first month. But anyway, come on, let's do this. Baller Mindset, I want to give it to you for free. But I also want to help the children. $30K in a week. Get the fuck out of here. $30K in a week. Man, stopped driving Uber after that. Didn't he? All right. So listen, I want to help you guys ball too, and I don't want to charge you nothing. I'm gonna give it to you for free. It's my gift to you for the holidays. And I mean, it's not 100% altruistic, right? Like most of y'all can't afford like my stuff, some of the stuff I do. So if I can help you make some money, you'll probably, when you're ready to take it to the next level, you're probably gonna come to me. Or maybe you won't. That's cool too. As long as you give me the props. Like, I'm a machine that runs off, if I get money, that's cool. But I also like praise, right? If you just say Brandon helped me, that's almost as good as cash for me. Cause I'm a egomaniac. All right. So we saw a lot of ones, right? A lot of ones people down to do this shit.
Yeah, lots of it.
All right, cool. Let's do it. Let's help out these children for the holidays, man. Link in the description. And also, if you want a free course right now, join the Victory Unit Discord. Right in there, we have a free course called a High Value Alpha Baller. In the resources section, it's 100% free. And it's all about how to be a high value alpha baller. Type 2 if you've been through that. How many of y'all have been through it? And if you type 2 if you've been through it and you found it valuable. I just want to see via the chat, if people have really fucked with that. You know what I'm saying? Because if y'all have, because we know a lot of people have. Oh, I see the twos coming in. If you ain't got that, man, go get it now. It's really good. It's like seriously, because it's better than what most people are selling. And my goal is to make the baller mindset course even better than that. Because eventually I want to charge money for baller mindset. Like it's going to generate income. But because y'all are like y'all like founded members of the Victory Talk and the Victory Unit, right? I want to give it to y'all for free, but you're going to have to help out some children. You're gonna have to help some children have a happy holidays. If that's too much for you, if it's too much, if you're not the kind of person who likes to help children have a good holidays, you know what I'm saying? Can I join you if I'm 17? Yeah, man. You might be getting one of them toys from Listen, let's help my man have. My man's only 17. He's trying to get some toys for Christmas. All right. let's help my man Jay Vila in TM. Get some toys for Christmas, man. Oh, do we got? Oh, this is Gregory Jules put up $5. Join the Victory Unit. There's a lot of smart people in there. Fucking right. We kick out the dorks and the losers, right? We kick out the dorks and the losers, as they should be. Yeah, join that shit. All right. So now listen. One last thing I'm gonna say about this. I want to give you baller mindset for free because next year it's gonna come out next year, and when it comes out, people are gonna have to pay for it. Right? You can get it for free by donating any amount of money, even if you gave like $2, $3. I mean, I prefer if you didn't, but like whatever you give to Toys for Tots. It doesn't matter. Whatever's in your heart, whatever's in your heart and your wallet, you want to give to these children. You're gonna get it for free, right? Unless you're the kind of person who doesn't enjoy helping children during the holidays. Like if that's not your thing, if you got a real Scrooge McDucks, if you got a real Ebenezer Scrooge swag, then this is probably not gonna be for you. You know what I'm saying? All right. But my opinion, I don't think being stingy is really a habit of a winner. Matter of fact, there's a lot of habits of winners. Let's get into them now. Let's go. All right, habits of the winner. All right, now I'm going to go into this. This is one of the concepts I'm going to go into in more detail in the baller mindset Couse when it comes out. You don't want to be one of these motherfuckers who have to pay for it. All right, I'm going to be honest with you. All right, so let's look at things. All right, most of you guys want more money, right? Everybody wants more money, wants more success, right? Now, here's the thing. When people, let me get my pen going right now. Sorry, the Bluetooth thing. Come on, Steve Jobs. Sometimes you got to pray to Steve Jobs. Oh, man. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. Okay. Thank you, Steve. All right. What I'm going to show you right now. You want to take notes on this. Sorry for all that whole debacle. But what I'm going to show you right now is really how to make every adversity and every challenge actually work for you and use it as a stepping stone for greater success and abundance. Would you like that? All right, cool. Let's get into it. So, a lot of times people, or you, right? People get sad or upset, right? When things happen that do not align with their preferences. For example, you might have some sort of disappointment in your life, your business, right? You might have some sort of tragedy. You might be going through one right now. And if you're not going through one now, one's on the horizon, right? One's coming up, right? You might even have a crisis. Lord knows I had, right? And when these things happen, most of the time you start to feel some sort of negative emotion, right? Some sort of negative emotion, right? Now, here's the thing about negative emotions. All negative emotions are, Jesus, goddamn. Okay, all negative emotions, all it means is that life is not conforming to your what? To your preferences. Am I spelling this right? Yeah. Oh, start over. Right. So we all have these preferences, the way we would prefer things to happen, the way we would prefer life to work out or reality to be. Right. You would prefer that, you had a lot of money. Right. You would prefer that you were in better shape. You would prefer that you accomplished a goal. You would prefer that shorty didn't leave you or cheat on you or whatever. These are just all your preferences. And when life does not conform to your preferences, right, then we call them tragedies, disappointments, or crisis. And these cause negative emotions. Are you guys following me right now? This is very important. This is very important. Here's what you need to understand. There's no version of reality where the entire world and everyone in it and every circumstance is going to conform to all of your preferences, right? It just won't happen. It's comically unrealistic. Therefore, you will always have crises, tragedies, and disappointments simply because the world will not conform to your preferences, right? So some people will say maybe you should change your preferences, right? Lower your expectations. If you lower your expectations, then there's less opportunity for disappointment. That's true, but that's sucker shit, right? What we want to do is to become more resilient, right? Because these things are going to happen, right? Your next tragedy, disappointment, crisis is around the corner. You're going to keep running into them. There's always something. There's never a point where it's like, no problems ever. And if you do have that, it'll be brief. Like every once in a while, I have these moments where there's like not really any problems and everything's good. I try to soak up those moments because I know looming off into the distance is the next crisis or disappointment. So how do you deal with this in a way where it doesn't control your emotions, right? Because, hold on, how do I go? Right? So it doesn't control your emotions in a negative way. All right? Because negative emotions is not what we want. Like everybody wants to be happy or happier or you'd prefer to be in a good mood, right? So what we want to do is when life does not conform to our preferences, what we want to do is instead of looking at it like it's a tragedy or a crisis or disappointment, we want to look at it like this. This has been very powerful for me, right? We want to look at it like this is a opportunity. Opportunity for what, might you ask? I'm glad. Well, it's a good question. Right? This is an opportunity to practice virtues. What kind of virtues? These are virtues like, let's say someone crosses you. Right? You could get mad and pissed, and you might get mad and pissed initially. But what I do is I reframe it as an opportunity to practice forgiveness or an opportunity to practice patience. For example, maybe 2 weeks ago, I was flying from Atlanta to Miami. It was an early flight, and it was first class and all that shit. And I get to the gate and they had just closed it, right? Like I thought I had enough time, but they just closed the gate. And it's FAA rules. They will not open the gate once it's closed. And for a second, I got upset. I was like, fuck, man. The next flight, they might not have first class. They're going to put me in a coach with the poor people and the babies and the baby mamas. I was like, oh, my God, it's awful. But I said to myself, all right, this is a really good opportunity for me to practice stoicism, for me to practice patience, for me to practice emotional resilience. All right? Because check this out. How do you develop those attributes if you don't practice them? Seriously, think about that. How do you develop the attribute of resilience if you don't practice it? How do you develop stoicism if you don't practice it? How do you develop forgiveness if you don't practice it? Yeah, the answer is you don't. You become weak, right? If your life is just an unbroken boulevard of green lights and you never encounter any resistance or opposition, then you become soft. Right? And then the first disappointment, tragedy, or crisis, you'll fall apart unless you've practiced resilience, unless you've practiced stoicism, unless you've practiced, emotional stability. Well, how do you practice it? This is how you practice it. When these things come up, this is the opportunity for you to practice. This is how you get better. Because whatever you're going through now, it will not be the last thing you're going to go through. And it probably won't be the worst thing you're going to go through. Right? I don't want to sound more morbid, but everyone you know is going to die. Unless you die first. Right? Everything is temporary. Nothing lasts forever. There's going to be a lot of tragedy on the horizon. All right? How are you going to deal with that if you can't deal with being late for a flight, right? How are you going to deal with that if you can't deal with traffic, or if you can't deal with the little things or anything that comes up? So when you reframe these things as opportunities to practice these attributes that make you stronger, for me, it takes away a lot of the negative emotion, and I kind of get a little excited about it. Like, all right, it's an opportunity for me to practice patience. It's an opportunity for me to practice resilience. This is an opportunity for me to practice emotional control and stability. And because I'm practicing now, the next time this happens, it's not if, it's when. The next time this happens, it'll be easier for me to handle it. And if something bigger happens, I'll be more prepared for it than I was before. And if something smaller happens, it'll be nothing to me. You know? I see people crying because somebody says something about them online, or they're getting hated on. Yeah. Imagine what it's like having people making like 40-minute videos about you, and then all their fans commenting about how much you suck. And then they go onto your YouTube page and start commenting, and on your Facebook, and then on your Instagram commenting. Just take that. You're just like, yeah, it's an opportunity for me to practice stoicism, you know? Next time it happened, and then the next time it happened to me, man, it wasn't a big deal. Wasn't a big deal. I was able to handle it a lot better, you know? To the point now, it's like, it's not really nothing, right? But I wouldn't be that strong had I not met that resistance and took it head on and embraced it. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, growing up in Chicago, man, guns put in my face and shit, right? Like, imagine, well, because of that, like, some of the little shit, you know, traffic is not something I'm gonna cry over, right? But I don't say that to say I'm better than you or better than anyone else. I say that to say, listen, if you start viewing these things as opportunities to get stronger, you'll get stronger. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get significantly stronger. So in closing, anything that happens that doesn't conform with your preferences, because all negative emotions come from reality not conforming to your preferences. All right. Step one, realize that life will never conform to all your preferences. Other humans will never conform to all your preferences, right? So the fact that you even desire it is kind of childish, for one. And then two, look at that as opportunity to practice an attribute, to practice a trait that will be advantageous for you going forward, to practice the kind of traits that you want to teach your children to have. And it'll take a lot of the negative sting out of these. You know, you'll be able to be calmer, and then not necessarily happy it happened, but you'll be able to see that silver lining in it. Like when my father died, when my father killed himself. I mean, I experienced some negative emotions, but I definitely looked at, all right, now's the time to show what I'm made of. You know what I'm saying? And now it's time to step up. Who am I, right? Because you really find out who a man is in the face of adversity. You know, that's how you find out who you're dealing with. You know, that's how you find out who you are, what you're made of in the face of adversity. You know, so I implore you to face it head on and embrace it. You don't have to go looking for it, right? And I'm not saying you can't be upset initially, right? But pull yourself together and handle it, right? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, man. Are they feeling that? Are they feeling that? That's the habits of the winner for the week.
Yeah, I've been reading lots of positive.
There's a lot of positivity going on. That's what that's what we're here for at Victory Talk, man. We're here to teach you guys how to be victorious, right? But here's the thing: on the road to victory is paved. It's paved with disappointment and tragedy, and you got to go through it, right? You got to go through it, or don't, right? You don't. I guess you don't have to do anything, but if you do, Everybody who achieves victory goes through disappointments, tragedies, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? All of them. All of them. Who else has some? Is there anything else there that any comments I need to read? What they saying? What they talking about?
There are some questions if you wanna.
Yeah, I'll answer some questions. Listen, this is the kind of shit we're gonna be going over in baller mindset. Right? If you want to ball, you gotta be emotionally resilient. You gotta be strong. You gotta be tough, stoic. Can't be a hoe. Hoes don't ball. Come on, man. Of course not. And if you want the course for free, link in the description, Baller Mindset, you make a donation to Toys for Tots, not to me. I'm not collecting any money. You make a donation directly to the charity and send us the receipt, and you'll be on the list to get it free before it comes out. And then when it comes out, everybody's going to pay for it. Right? But we want you to get it for free. You know what it is. What they talking about in the chat, man, is Minovia. Minovia. Hablar chat. Hablar chat. I heard you talking in the other room. I feel like maybe she's having an issue.
I got it.
Hey.
Okay. Now
Can you hear me?
we should be able to.
Yeah, we got you. We got you. We got you. Shout out to
here we go.
hey. You know. Hablar.
Habla. So
Hmm.
Kat said that Kat made a donation, didn't receive a receipt. So he or she asked, do they send an email later or something? So this person.
Yeah,
is
Toys for Tots,
confused.
they'll send some sort of email or something to you, or you can take a screenshot of what your confirmation page, whatever it is, because I've seen people have been sending it in, but check your email, check the spam mail if it's not in there. Toys for Tots will send it to you, and then you just go to Baller Mindset, and it'll be all the instructions on how to submit that receipt to make sure you get the program for free.
Carrie said, is the baller mindset course the same as high value alpha baller course? If you can give some more details on that.
Man, it's not going to be the same. It's going to be better. And I know that's hard to believe because High Value Alpha Baller was so fucking good. It is so fucking good. If you don't have it, you should go get that now. It's in the Discord, the Victory Unit Discord in the description. You can download it for free. But it's gonna be more about making money. Where High Value Alpha Baller was more about goals in general. And I didn't really touch on making money. I mean, I touched on it, but I didn't go deep on like money, on, getting more money and having more financial resources. And this is going to have a hyper focus on that. Right.
You
I
got
like
more?
this question. Frederick says, where can I get that shirt?
I gotta find the link. I gotta find the link. I should have had the link up.
Let's find it. Put
All
it
right,
there.
I'll look for it at some point. You know what I'm saying?
That'll be great to add to the description.
Yeah.
Paul asks, Brandon, how can we get your other courses?
Yo, I got free courses right now in the Discord, and we're gonna be adding more of like courses that I put out over the years. We're just gonna throw them in the Discord, stuff that I don't sell anymore that's still good. We're gonna be adding more. Yo, they said bring back the supplements. Nah, close that business down. I'm out the supplement business. Hey, super chat,
Shout out to Alejandro. He did a super chat last week also. We have
Come
a
on,
question
man.
of his from last week we have to read.
All right, what are you talking about?
But tonight he asks, what were the specific strategies you used to stay positive, have fun, and maintain a sense of humor while taking success seriously? This is the question from last week.
Hey, Alejandro, mi amigo, ¿dónde estás la mesa? Dos aguas para gatos. Mucho cena, visitar, preparado, ejercicio. All right. El jefe del mundo para mí, que ese es Aquafina. right? Now, for those of y'all who don't speak Spanish as well as me and my colleague, what I said was the main way to stay positive. I went over a lot of it just now, but you got to kind of understand that, you know, the negativity comes from reality not conforming to your preferences. That's all negative. That's the only way you get a negative emotion, right? You would prefer one thing, but reality is serving up something different. So you have a negative emotion towards it. Now, I gave a similar speech like this in a live stream I did years ago, man, like when I was still on the come up, because I had this mindset. This is how I know it works. You got to understand that life will not conform to your preferences and be okay with that. And you also got to understand that your emotions, this is a deeper concept. Your emotions don't have to be tied to your circumstances, right? You can laugh during a tragic event if you decide that you won't allow this to make you sad. You know what I'm saying? And the way you do that is like, oh, this is opportunity to practice. This is opportunity. Can I be joyful in the midst of this? You know, I was arrested twice, all in my life. All charges were dropped. I was never even charged with a crime. You know, charges were dropped. I went home. Miscarriage of justice, right? Even though I was wrongfully imprisoned both times, I was in the cell making jokes, laughing, having fun, because I looked at it as opportunity. Man, if I can control my emotional state under these circumstances, then that's going to make me even more resilient. So you got to check yourself when you find yourself crying or complaining like a hoe over some like little shit. Is like, ugh. You got to have a disdain for that, you know, because that is weakness. Like, to be clear, that is weakness. And it's okay for it to happen initially, because even me, I'm not perfect. But I catch myself. I usually catch myself and I'm like, all right, let's go. Let's go. This is just practice. This is just practice. It's not the last time reality won't conform with my preferences. And it probably won't even be the worst of it, right? If I can't handle this, man, how am I going to handle the next thing? You know? Maybe I should do it. Maybe I can go through this tragedy with a sense of joy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right. Anything else? Yo, shout out to you, Alejandro.
We got Mike asking, did the military help with your positive mindset, or was it post-service that this mindset flip happened for you? Much love,
I
bro.
was never in the military, bro. I went to military school, but I was never in like the military. So I don't think that helped. I mean, because it wasn't a thing.
And Kat said, my bad, Toys for Tots sent me a receipt. I was just impatient.
Hey, come on. That was a good opportunity for you to practice patience. That's what we've been talking about this whole time, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a good opportunity for you to practice patience, man. Hold on.
Make sure you like the video, guys.
Oh, yeah, make sure you like the video.
Yeah.
Make sure you like the video, subscribe, all that jazz, that whole shit. All right. Because I really think that this podcast is underrated. You know what I'm saying? I think it's underrated. And if you like the video, it's going to give more juice to YouTube, and it's going to like show it to more people, and it really helps the video out. So we can, you know, we don't need to be underrated. You know, there's a lot of things that are underrated. There's also a lot of things that are overrated. In fact, we have a segment. Underrated, overrated. All right. And this week, underrated, overrated is Lobster. Let's talk about it. Lobster, also known as sea roaches. So check this out. Back in the day, lobster was considered poor people food. Like if your family was eating lobster, they looked down on you, right? They were so plentiful, especially in the mid-Atlantic region, right? Lobster was only fed to like slaves and prisoners, you know? But then something happened. It was called the invention of the railroad, right? When the railroad was invented, then you can have high-speed travel throughout the country. Or it was high speed at that time, right? Like high speed in comparison to a fucking horse and buggy, right? Horses get tired and shit. They got to eat. Trains ain't got to eat. Trains ain't got to sleep. But animals do. Anyway, they were able to move produce and supplies and equipment across the country or to the middle of the country. And what they started doing was they said, hey, this fucking slave food over here, this slave prisoner food, this shit we only given to the fucking criminals and the slaves. What if we tell people in the Midwest and the West Coast that this was the delicacy in New England? What if we tell them that this is that shit? They won't even know it's really a roach. Side note. All animals that exist in water are usually bigger, right? The mammals in water that live in the sea are the biggest mammals on Earth, right? So are the bugs. These are bugs. They are just like insects. They have, like, they're invertebrates, meaning they have an exoskeleton instead of a vertebrae, right? Just like insects. Tentacles, just like insects. They have a non-circulatory system, right? Just like insects. They don't have a respiratory system, just like insects. They are just bugs that live in the water, and they're bigger because everything in the sea is bigger, just like the mammals are bigger, right? These are fucking bugs. Now, I'm not speaking against lobster. I was eating lobster this time yesterday. I was eating these big ass delicious bugs, but I'm just saying. All right. So they say, hey, what if we give these slave bugs to the people in the Midwest and tell them it's a delicacy? They won't know no better. And it worked. And they had a huge marketing campaign to people who didn't live in the Mid-Atlantic region to show them that, tell them that lobsters were delicious. And it was things that the rich people ate in New York and in Boston, when really the rich people would not have been caught dead eating a lobster at the time because it was slave prisoner food, right? The marketing around the lobster blew up. It just blew up, and then people wanted it so much, and it was a huge demand across the country. And then it started to be like that around the world. And then another thing happened. Chefs found different ways to cook them too, right? Because they're like, shit, if we can make money off these cheap ass lobsters, think about the margins, right? It was slave food, so they're getting it for slave food prices, but they were able to charge a premium for it. So that markup incentivized chefs to find different ways to cook it. And they found that if you cook them while they are alive, they taste better, right? If you cook them while they're alive, they taste better. And that's probably inhumane, boiling something alive, right? But whatever, people seem to enjoy it. And so they found different ways to make it more delicious. And the marketing around it was so elegant that it actually became a delicacy, and it caught on to the point where it started to catch on even back where, in Maine and the mid-Atlantic region where they were so plentiful. Like, these motherfuckers used to wash up on the sea, and then poor ass people would like go there and scoop them up and get laughed at. But now, because there was money in them, it wasn't like that no more. People was scooping them up, shipping them around the country. And then it got to the point where even people in the indigenous regions started to look at them like they were a delicacy over time, right? So it's really just a testament to how powerful marketing is, right? If you can get some shit that's only slaves would eat. And the prisoners, there's articles written about how it was inhumane to feed prisoners lobsters. Like, they're feeding these prisoners lobsters. We got to do something better for these prisoners, man. I can't believe we're giving them these lobsters. I swear to God. And the marketing was so powerful that it made them want the lobsters. That's the power of marketing. So you guys type in the chat if you think it's overrated or underrated, right? But if you understand these principles, these marketing principles, man, imagine what that would do for your business if you knew how to manipulate public perception in a way to make your products or service more valuable or to make you more valuable, right? You think you'd make more money off that? You think you'd be able to help your business out? This is the kind of stuff we're going to be talking about in Baller Mindset, right? This is the kind of stuff we're going to be talking about in Baller Mindset. So you best hit that link in the description and check it out. But it's not just lobster. Wait a minute, before I move on to the next example, are they saying it's overrated or underrated? Minovia, is it underrated or overrated?
You have mixed reviews. Some saying overrated. Some are saying they're still gonna eat it at restaurants.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna eat these big ass bugs at restaurants.
We have a super chat.
Hey, what's that? How you say his name, baby?
I don't know. Assume it's Shiny.
Shiny,
yes.
Brandon, the Victory Talk crew. Shout out from Melbourne, Australia. I'm a junior surgical doctor.
All right.
Deciding between orthopedic and plastic surgery as a career. Interesting. Which one? Weird question. Been stuck with this decision for 2 years.
You know what, man? If it was me, I'd pick plastic surgery because of the markup, right? Like it's or orthopedics. Well, it's interesting, right? It's interesting. Let's see. There's a lot of different ways to look at this, right? So I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I'm going to give you some insight, right? So there's really 3 types of products or services that you can sell, right? Oh, come on, Steve Jobs, please help me, right? And again, this is kind of stuff we're going to cover in Baller Mindset, right? Oh man, Steve Jobs. Oh, here we go. All right, there's 4 types of products and services, right? You can have something that what I call like a trinket. These are like your fidget spinners, keychains, really like airport bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like little bullshit, right? And then you have like actually your necessities. No, I'm sorry. You have your commodities. These are things that are like, toilet paper, toothpaste, toothbrushes, dental floss, soap, right? Just things that everybody kind of needs, right? Commodities, right? Then you have necessities. These are things you definitely need, like your home. You might need a lawyer if you get sued, right? You might need, if your back hurts, you might need a bacchiotomy, right? You know what I'm saying? You're just gonna get it, right? And then you have luxuries, right? Now, here's the thing. Trinkets, people are gonna buy them off of impulse, right? If they get the impulse to buy them, then they'll buy them. Like, okay, my kid is crying. He wants the Paw Patrol dog. Cool, man. Get what you want. Chase, Rubble, who you want. All right. That's how he gets his toys, man. He's impulsive, and I just want the crying to stop. So I'll get him a toy, right? Commodities. Yeah, I don't know the difference between Crest and Colgate. I just go off price, right? Oh. I just go off price, right? It's cheaper. And the problem with that is it's like a race to the bottom. Everybody's competing off price, so it's kind of difficult to price. Necessities is kind of in the name. If they need it, they're going to buy it. If they need it, they're going to buy it. They're not going to haggle too much, right? If the doctor say you need a bacchiotomy, you need a bacchiotomy. You know what I'm saying? Unless you just want to not have a back that functions. Now, luxuries is different, right? Luxuries is all about status. Luxuries are like your Lambos, Louis Vuitton, iced out AP watches, Cartier bracelets, Black Santa t-shirts. These are luxuries. You know what I'm saying? And people buy those for status. All right. I know you're thinking, Brandon, how the fuck do I make a decision based off this bullshit? Well, orthopedic sounds like it's in the need category, right? So every time, somebody's foot is fucked up, they're gonna just pay for it, right? They're gonna pay for it, right? They're just gonna pay for it, and they got insurance. I don't know what it's like in Australia, the insurance thing. Presumably you have better insurance than United States, right? Because it's hard to have worse, right? But they're just gonna pay for it. Now luxuries though, it's based off status. Plastic surgery, especially aesthetic plastic surgery, non-elective. Elective. They're elective procedure that people only want because they want more status. They want to look better. They want to be more presentable. And so here's the thing: people will pay more for this, right? People will pay more for luxuries, right? This is why, Lambos cost this much. This is why iced out APs cost a arm and a leg, right? This is why Cartier bracelets, cost so much, because the luxury is status, right? Like, sure, this is diamonds and white gold, right? However, if I would have just bought a diamond and white gold bracelet there wasn't a Cartier, it would be cheaper, right? The actual brand boosts a luxury item, takes it to another level of status. You get what I'm saying? Now, people are always going to get this. People are going to need homes to live in. People are always going to take their health seriously. You can't really go wrong with either one. But I think the most money is going to be here if you're good. You know what I'm saying? If you're really good, if you're one of the best, the most money is going to be there. Always. It's always going to be in the luxury quadrant. Right? To the point where fucking Lamborghini doesn't even have commercials. Right? They don't even need to advertise. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's a status symbol just to have one. And if you can put yourself, I think the plastic surgery puts yourself in this category. So I think it's a good place to be in your business. Also, just for everyone else who's listening, you kind of want to stay away from selling bullshit, right? Like you kind of want to stay away from selling bullshit. And then you don't want to be in a position where you have to compete on price, right? Because it's a race to the bottom. And the problem with a race to the bottom is you might win. Right. And the margins are super low and it's tight. This is actually harder. Harder because then you got to deal with these $1 billion companies. Or let's say you want to come out with a new kind of toothpaste. Yeah, you got to deal with Crest and Colgate. The key is though, here's some secret. Anything can be moved to the luxury category, right? People need homes, but they don't need mansions. You buy mansions for status. Right, you don't need big ass Miami penthouses with your own podcast room and color coordinated books behind you, overlooking the Atlantic Ocean, right? Walking distance to everything dope in Miami. You do that for status, right? You know what I mean? If you get some crazy, I have a $200 toothbrush, right? Because I want super white teeth. Look at my teeth. People been saying I have veneers. It's like, nah, man, I just got $200 toothbrush. You do that for status, baby. You do that for status. You don't do that then it's not a commodity anymore, right? And same thing with you. Theoretically, you could do impulse. It's harder, but it can be done. Make it impulsive, make it into luxury, right? Whenever you move things to luxury, you're gonna have higher margins, and you're gonna be able to make more money. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be able to make more money, higher profit margins. It's actually easier to sell because people will do almost anything for status, clout. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. So there's that. I don't know if that was the definitive answer, but it might have been helpful for you.
Shout out to Shani for that one.
Shout out
We
to
got
you,
a bunch of overrated, underrated. Lobster is overrated. Marketing is underrated. Lobster is okay. However, crab and shrimp are better. Underrated.
Yeah. Crab and shrimp are bugs too, right? See, shellfish are just bugs. They live in the water, right? They're invertebrates. They don't have they have a non-circular system, just like bugs. They're just bugs that live in the water, but they're delicious. And another thing, real quick, just give me right here. homie. Thank you, man. Orange juice is the same way, right? There was too many. They had all these orange farmers like, man, we got so many fucking oranges. What do we do with all these fucking oranges? So they hired some marketers. This guy, he was a genius. I forget his name. His name escapes me. But he marketed. He had a huge marketing campaign to try to sell America on orange juice being part of balanced breakfast, right? Orange juice being super healthy and all this stuff. Nobody was drinking orange juice until the marketing campaign came out. Nobody was drinking this shit. But the marketing was so powerful that orange juice became like a big hit, right? And what happened? The orange farmers were able to sell hella oranges. As a result, billions were made off of just changing the public perception. This stuff y'all need to learn if y'all want to ball, right? So someone's asked me, like, what are you going to be talking about in the baller mindset course? Some of this, some of this. But we're also going to be talking about the markets and the financial system and how to make money there, you know, which, funny enough, that brings us to our market recap. Yeah, you know what it is. And as usual, we got my man Romulus in the house.
That is exactly right, Brandon. Stepping up, the Primus of the Victory Unit Centurion Division. Thrilled to be here. That's right, General Romulus back once again from ancient Rome to help everybody get a bead on what these markets are doing. And, well, just like marketing is giving out messages, the market is always giving out messages.
Ain't it?
The question is, are you listening? Are you paying attention? Are you tuning in? Or once again, are you tuning out? Ask yourself that, but not right now. Right now, you need to pay attention.
Pay attention. Pay close attention, because those of y'all don't know who Romulus is, right? Romulus is my personal trading mentor. Like when it comes to like trading the markets, everything I know about trading, I learned from marketing. I learned from Romulus, you know, and it's made me a ton of money. And that's why I'm so thrilled to have him on here every week and in the Victory Unit Discord helping you guys, right? Because we want to bring y'all the best, man. So thank you, Romulus. Thank you for coming through, bro.
Oh, absolutely. I'm thrilled. And by the way, speaking of what's going on here in the Victory Unit, Brandon and I had a little gathering only a week ago.
Come on.
We had several people in the Victory Unit become Centurions. So congratulations to every one of you. And it's only been a couple of days because we had our gathering. We had our opportunity to meet with everybody. We discussed what's going on in the Romulus Legion. And then a couple of days later, Thanksgiving hit. Things shut down. So, Brandon, really, it's only been a few days.
It's only been a few days, man. But, you know, we about to, everybody who's down with us in the Legion, the Romulus Legion, is about to really have a good Christmas, man.
And in those few days, they've already gotten a 100% win rate on their trades.
Come on, man.
It's happening.
Romulus, like when you join the Romulus Legion, man, you get Romulus sends you trades the same way he's been sending me trades for years, you know. And I also get to run my trade ideas by Romulus.
So, okay, let's talk about that real quick. Friday, day after Thanksgiving, I was in the office just bopping around, getting a couple of things done. You must have been doing the same thing before spending time with the family for the rest of the weekend. Listen, here's what happened. I got a text
do you want to share?
message.
Are you trying to share your screen, Romulus?
Yeah, do you see it?
Oh, no, we don't see it. We're going to add it. We got you up there. All right, there you go.
Okay, so we'll get to that in just a moment. But I got a text. It was one sentence long. It was from Brandon. He said, do you think I should place a couple of bets against the stock market, meaning find a way to profit if it drops?
Yeah.
I said, yeah, you've seen that. We're slowly building our negative bets in here. And that was it. He went off. I know what he did. He placed the trade. Yeah. And now he's sitting on a bigger pile of money than what he was sitting on a week ago. Because what? Those red candles right there in the end on the right side of the chart, that's the market going down. That's Brandon putting more money into his pocket. That's everyone in the Romulus Legion putting money in their pockets. And we want to help you do the same thing. Okay, so let's get to the markets, though. In the past couple of days, post-Thanksgiving, a lot of the bulls out there were looking for a much bigger result from the month of November, from the holiday time, from the shopping season, getting ready for Christmas. Everybody was all fired up. And yes, the markets did go up a little bit for November. There's even one day left. But listen to me when I tell you this, it was nowhere near as strong as what these experts, professionals, and everybody else was telling us to expect. And therefore, maybe not tomorrow, but over the next couple of weeks to months, the market will start to be pulled back because, again, there's just a weak underpinning to everything that's been going on around here lately. There hasn't been the excited response. Look, stocks hit a big low point a couple of months ago, right here in the middle of October 13th. And if that was the greatest price that people could ever imagine stocks going to, then markets would have taken off like a bat out of hell.
Yeah, if that was the low, right?
They haven't done that.
It's not the low.
The inventory is sitting on the shelf. The interest is not that excited. Yes, it was there a little bit, but not that excited. That means, look, if you are running a store, you have 100 shirts that you want to sell, put them for sale at $20. You sell a few, market to 15. You sell a few, market to 10. You sell a few. You bring it down to $5. You sell everything, and there's a line out the door, and there's a fist fight to try to get to your shirts. That's when you know you've marked it down enough. And you know what happened on October 13th?
What happened?
There was no fist fight.
No fist fight.
No fist fight. Okay. You want to see a fist fight. You want to see institutional money managers clubbing each other to climb over each other's backs to get those stocks. And that's not what happened on October 13th. So what does it mean? It means that at some point in the next few months, Mr. Inventory's got to mark the price down lower in order to attract those buyers to clean out the inventory. Am I making sense here to everybody?
Yeah. I think so. So what I'm hearing, Romulus, is that we got a new low coming. You're predicting a new low.
Yes, and we've been talking about this for a while.
We've been talking about it for a while.
And our people have been benefiting greatly from these conversations as we go through it. All right, so since last week, we've had another couple of developments in the crypto space. More bankruptcies, more problems. Yeah, Bitcoin's going up a little bit today, but
it's hitting that moving average, right? It's getting rejected.
Yeah, we have a 2150. The red line is the 200. My goodness, look how far below that 200-day moving average this price is from down here. Anyway, I bring this up because I know a lot of people listening, watching, and I've talked to several of our new legions or several of our new centurions in the Romulus Legion. A lot of people were trading crypto. I just say it again. Just be careful out there because the place you're trading, the exchange you're trading, any minute now, they could be bankrupt just like FTS, BlockFi, Celsius, Voyager, and all the others out there that have been having all these problems. All right, so one of the things that the market has been doing well is old school. That's right, old school. Not the Cathie Wood type stocks, not the Teslas, not the Googles, not even the Facebooks. We know these things have had problems. No, we're talking about companies like Caterpillar, Boeing, John Deere. I mean, honestly, seriously, you don't have to answer me because you're all over the world and I'm tucked away in some little digital alcove as well. But when was the last time you woke up in the morning and said, I have got to get some Caterpillar stock?
Some Caterpillar, man. Yeah,
When was the last time you did that? You didn't.
Yeah, never.
Right? You haven't done that because what you're doing still is you're saying to yourself, I've got to get me some Teladoc. I've got to get me some Roku. I've got to get me some Cathie. And you keep getting burned.
Yeah.
I don't understand. We all know the definition of an insanity. It's doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. So I can't be talking to anybody insane. You're too smart for that. You wouldn't be in the victory unit if you were insane. So we can logically conclude that you are not. Let's move on. Don't be afraid of things that you either haven't heard of or haven't thought of. That's what the victory unit is for. That's what the Legion of Romulus is for.
So you see, what I'm hearing is the market's dropping. It's been going down significantly. But had they been in the victory unit, they would have seen some places where they could have been making some money. That's what I'm hearing.
Absolutely, and not only on the upside with some of these stocks, but we make money on the downside as well. So just in the last couple of days, just since the new Centurions have joined the Legion, and as I mentioned, the last few days, you see those two red marks on the right side of this chart?
Yeah.
This was money in our bank because we started betting against this thing right over here. Okay?
Yeah.
Money. All right, here's another one. And this was just yesterday to this morning. You see that big green area?
Yeah.
I want you to imagine that green thing, that's called a candle, that green candle came into your house this morning and put $500, $5,000, or $50,000 into your pocket.
That's what happened.
Because that's what happened.
That's what happened.
I mean, and it was yesterday, 3:30, 4 o'clock. We entered the trade. Today, 9:30, 10 a.m. We got out of the trade, and the money came right into our pockets.
Yo, Romulus just sends the text, man, and I'll just stop what I'm doing real quick.
And you know what I was thinking, Brandon, too, that recently, I don't know why I didn't bring this up earlier. You know, I'm the first person in this industry to do text trading, to send text alerts the way we do them. First person in world history to do that. I was also the first person to put exchange traded funds, which is what you're looking at, into a 401k plan, among other innovations. So not only am I dramatically good looking, and I mean dramatically. Like
that's why we don't show you, man. We don't want it to be a distraction.
No, because it would stop you.
They wouldn't be able to focus.
Absolutely not. And I feel bad for the victims of that. Not only am I dramatically good looking, but once in a while I come up with a really good idea in the stock market.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's
Pretty
talk
much
about
consistently.
next. We did a recap, and every week Brandon and I do something called a future cap.
Come on.
This is amazing. We tell you what the recap is going to be next week.
Let's go.
Before it even happens.
Okay.
There's no earnings coming out. They're already done. Next thing on the Federal Reserve, and we can judge that by looking at bonds, government bonds. Next thing, this is December 13th. This is still 2 weeks away. They're going to be hemming and hawing, debating, but that event is still for 2 weeks. So between now and then, you have some kind of a lame duck area in the stock market. Okay. Which means there are opportunities. You see things go up a little bit, they may not stay there. Things fall a little bit, they may not stay there. Really good opportunities to play the wiggles in the middle, as I call it. Okay. That's for right now. In a week and a half, that will change and evolve as markets always do. But for the next little period of time, one way that you can be making money out there is to play those wiggles in the middle.
Yeah.
Because you probably don't have to worry about any dramatic situations going on in either direction. No big ups, no big downs.
For the next 2 weeks.
For the very near term.
Yeah. All right. And listen, that's exciting. That's exciting. And we still got that prediction in the next. How long you say you felt?
By the end of March, here's what's going to be happening more likely than not. So let me pull up the S&P as the main issue to discuss here. By the end of March, could be a little bit earlier, but I don't expect it to be later. The S&P 500 at the best case is going to come down to these mid-June lows. The high probability of visiting and possibly going down below these mid-October lows.
In the next 2 months.
4. So you got
next 4 months.
January,
next 4
February,
months.
March. 4 months.
Next 4 months.
And I can just tell you this.
There's a lot of ways to play that, Romulus.
There's so many ways to make big money on what I just told you that it's kind of embarrassing. You need to get that.
A lot of different ways to play that, and if you in the victory unit and you'll figure you'll be notified of some of them ways. I mean, if you're in the Romulus Legion, you're definitely gonna know.
Yeah, and it's been great. Look, I've been speaking one-on-one with all of the new Centurions. Greg has been speaking one-on-one with the new Centurions. We're having a great time getting to know everybody. I'm so grateful. He's grateful. Brandon, I know, is grateful for the chance to get to know you guys all much better. And I'm learning from everybody. There's a common theme that I'm seeing from a lot of the conversations I'm having, Brandon. Look, I mean, I'm 2,700 years old. Okay?
I know.
So I've got a few years on most of the audience out there. Let's face it.
Yeah.
A lot of people I'm speaking with, mid-20s, early 30s. Great. Disadvantage. You don't have the experience I have. No problem. You can get it from me. Advantage. You've got years to rack up crazy gains.
Yeah.
Where you could put yourself in a position. How about this? I mean, I really think about this for a moment. Stop. Take a deep breath. Hold it for a second. Breathe out. And hear me that if you're 25 or 30 years old, by the time you're 40 or 45, you can retire fully if you want to. And if you don't want to, how about being able to make that choice for yourself? But you got to learn a little bit about your finances. You got to learn a little bit about money. Yeah.
You got to. One of my biggest regrets is not learning about the markets until I was in my late 30s. Because I just put everything into my business, and it worked out well for me. But I think about how much money I lost not being in the markets, or if I would have known you in my in my 30s.
Oh, we all have those stories. I mean, I didn't I wasn't born knowing how to do this. None of that. My parents never taught me. I read the books. I called the people. I stalked people. Yes, that's right. I stalked people. Not a bad way, you know, just learning, asking for help, looking for mentors, looking for assistance, looking for trade ideas and ways I could get better at all this. And it just kept coming at me. But sometimes I stop and I think about how I was 22, 23, 24 years ago before I had these abilities, these skills, these experiences. And it's like I'm dropping a trade in and I'm totally like my flank is totally exposed because I didn't know about that nasty cavalry that was charging down the hill about to slice my head off. I had no idea what was really going on inside of the markets. Now I do. And by the way, I just saw a comment from one of our new Centurions. He said, look, this guy Romulus called me. We had a yeah. Because I give a crap about you.
Yeah, we care, man.
And the way we're going to do that is to communicate with each other, open up the dialogue here, and get to know what's going on and figure out how we look right there. Yeah, this is a conversation that we have together. And we're accessible people, despite hundreds of Centurions in 19 different countries now, by the way.
Mm-hmm. That's amazing. Countries. That's amazing.
Yeah. We're really having a great time with all that. And on a side note, not only do I trade and invest, teach for a living, I'm a business owner, small business owner, like many of you, you know, Brandon is, and many of you, I mean, so many of you out there, either you are or you want to be, you're working toward it, you're striving, you're learning to get there. Trading is one of the tools that you'll need in proper investing, good money management, understanding finances. That's key. But I can tell you a lot of stuff that Brandon's telling you about in each of these podcasts is going to help you, whether it's marketing, whether it's communication skills. You know, a couple of weeks ago, Brandon, there was a conversation in your victory unit about copywriting.
Yeah.
About communication with future clients.
Come on, man. We here to teach, man. Like this, people don't even know about some of this stuff. Like some of the stuff I learned from you, or some of the stuff that I teach in the victory unit, or stuff that in some of the courses I put out. People aren't even aware that these are opportunities that they can like use to improve their lives.
Yeah, and it's not. I didn't host a webinar, an educational session about copywriting. I mean, I spent my entire educational career writing. I've been published more than 500 times in real newspapers, not some little internet thing. I'm talking about real places like Money Magazine, Bloomberg, Investors Business Daily. Okay, I know how to write. I've been getting paid for my writing for many, many, many years, and I can tell you again, this isn't about trading, but I feel the interest from the crowd, and I feel the desire. And when there's a desire with interest, that means there's good effort, and we should help. So I'm going to help you. You want to become a better writer? Read better writing. Read better writing. Okay? Don't read James Patterson. Read Ernest Hemingway. Don't read People magazine. Read Shakespeare. You want to become a better writer? Read better writing. There's more to it, of course, but I think that's enough for tonight.
Yeah, let's get it, man. Listen, Romulus, thank you so much, man. Yo, you guys got the market recap, the future recap, and you know, some good trade ideas, man. We're excited to have you, Romulus. Thank you so much, brother.
Absolutely.
Join the Victory Unit. Romulus is in there all the time, talking, helping out, man. Thank you so much, brother. You know, and you know, Romulus is a real baller. You know, for real, man. He's helped me ball more, which kind of brings me to our next segment, Baller of the Week. Baller of the Week. You know, I struggled this week to figure who's the baller of the week. And I was just thinking about it. You know, we've had guys like P. Diddy is baller of the week. We had Elon Musk. You know, but this week, I think the baller of the week is Brandon Carter. I think I'm baller of the week. Let me tell you why. So I start the week off. I start off, right? This was what was this? Thursday? Boom. Who's that? That's Mike Rashid, the homie Mike Rashid. Me, Mike Rashid, a girl, and Minovi, and my girl, that's her in the white. We was at the Heat game, courtside. Let me tell you, when you're sitting courtside at the game, it's like you're getting dunked on, right? Like you feel like you're getting dunked on. Fun fact. This is what it's like going to hanging out with Mike Rashid. People straight up ignore you and they ask him for pictures. But it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I know to play my part. You know what I'm saying? They give you at halftime, they give you a sheet with all the stats. Right? You know, you're not gonna get that in the rafters. You know? You get that in the rafters. Boom. We got this guy running down on me. You know what I'm saying? He's out here. It was a pretty dope experience. You know what I'm saying? Me and the homie Mike was in town. Boom. It was really incredible. Oh, this is right when they was winning. I was pretty hyped. Boom. I was on the court. Y'all might have saw me if y'all was watching the game. I was the big, strong Oscar statue dressed in if you saw an Oscar statue dressed in a cashmere Prada shirt, it was me. Red cashmere Prada, that was me. You know what I'm saying? Then we took some pictures after the game. Me and the homie. I think Mike put that on his Instagram too. Shout out to him. Then did you know that there's a goddamn nightclub at the bottom of the FTX arena? Did you know? There's a nightclub. We weren't even looking for it. We were just trying to get out. And we found the fucking nightclub, bro. On accident. That's a crazy picture. All right. and then boom, right after, what happens? Me and Shorty, boom, we next morning head to the PJ, right? We hop on the private jet. You know what I'm saying? Where are we going? We meet up with the home. We also all had dinner that night. My girl, Mike, a nice lady. You know what I'm saying? We were chilling, And we hop on the PJ, and I got my man Bulletproof John. Shout out to you. And now it wasn't like one of them crazy nice PJs. But it was still better. It wasn't like the shit Grant Cardone has, right? But it wasn't like Drake's plane. But it was dope. It was more like a DuckTales plane. If you watch DuckTales, right? But it was still dope, right? Now, boom, we flying over the Atlantic Ocean. Boom, next you know we land. We got the crib. Oh, we staying at the crib. And guess what, man? There was 3 friendly cats living there. Y'all know if y'all know me, if y'all been following me for a while, y'all know I love cats. I like dogs too. But I just like cats a little more than a heterosexual man should. All right. You know what I'm saying? So we out here, man. We in the boats. We on the PJ. I mean, we in the boats. We had private chef. He was French. He's cooking food for the whole crew. Boom. What is this? I don't even know. I don't remember what it was. But y'all know I had my scale with me because I'm about victory. I weigh all my food like a G. Boom. Then, next thing you know, we in the water. We in the water. We doing water activities, right? Check this out. Goddamn pigs, man. We was out here with the pigs. What Minovia? Donde es carne? Donde está carne?
Where's the meat?
Yeah, like where were we? Where did we see these pigs? We were somewhere in the Bahamas, right? And these pigs like live there. I don't know if they're indigenous to that region or what. But we was kicking it with the pigs. And then they saw me. The pigs saw me. They was like, oh shit, that's a beast. That's another beast. Let me go see what's up with them. Pigs pulled up.
King of the pigs.
You know what I'm saying? King of the pigs. We kicking it with the wildlife. Then you know me, man. I had to get my snorkel on. I stays with my snorkel game super strong. Check me out. I'm under the sea. I'm under the fucking sea, bro. Look at that. Come on, man. Look how clear that water is. All the fish came to say what's up, to greet the king. Fish came and said, what up, though? Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Yep, we can swim. You ain't know that. Then the sharks. I'm kicking it with the sharks. All the wildlife. I'm out here with all the wildlife. Goddamn Jaws. I'm kicking it with the fish. That's a goddamn jaws right there. It's 3 jaws around me. And I'm kicking it with them. You know what I'm saying? Shorty over here. Then we had, what is this? I don't know what's about to happen. All right, hold up. Then we back. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, hold up. Ooh. Minovia. You know what I'm saying? We taking photos. We doing all types of dope shit. Then the private chef again. Right now he cooking up lamb for a G. Right? For the whole squad. Private chef cooking up lamb. The cats came through. Hold up, man. Let's show the cats some love. Y'all, if you know me, you know I love cats. Right? Boom. Then we on jet skis. We out here getting it in. You know, we on boats. Boom. It's lit. You know what I'm saying? It's super lit. And so I think I'm the baller of the week. Courtside at the game. Private jet to the Bahamas. Swimming with pigs. Sharks. Living with cats. It's lit out here, man. Baller of the week. Big Brandon Carr. I think I deserve it this time. This time I think I deserve it. You know what I'm saying? What the chat saying? Do we have any chats that we need to be read?
We have a bunch of super chats.
There's a bunch of super chats. Oh, come on. Let's read them all.
Let's see. Let's start with this one. When I raise my kids, I'm telling them that high value Afro baller course is the Bible.
Yo, that's good. That's a wise decision. That's a wise child rearing decision. You know, when I made that, I was thinking, okay, let's say something happened to me and I needed to leave instructions for my son. Like I know bullshit. This is not a joke. I made high value alpha baller with that in mind. Like in case something happens to me before he's like a teenager or a man, he's got a manual. So that's what's up, man. I'm glad to hear you say that. Shout out to you, bro. Oh.
Any thoughts on the benefits of psychedelics? Glad you're still going strong.
Hey, come on, man. You know, decade strong. Shout out to you, No Man No Thief. Shout out to you. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of psychedelics. You know, I've heard of some people getting benefits from them, and I don't want to take that away from them or discredit their experience. But for me, I don't really want to fuck with anything that fucks with my mind. I think I can, any alter perception or anything that needs to be altered in my mind, I think I can do that myself without the risk that comes along with pharmaceutical interventions. You know, however, I say that, and I did do LSD once. It's not advice. I was in high school. I was like 16, 17, somewhere around that age. And I went to military school, remember? And it was a weekend, and I was with some of the kids. They were white. But you knew that when I started talking about LSD. And they were like, let's do this. And I was like, all right, whatever, cool. We got SATs tomorrow, but whatever. We're all gonna take it like mad times. Because my plan was to just keep taking SATs and then get the best score, right? I woke up and I was still high. I was still high off of LSD. I don't think I went to sleep. I didn't know that you can't sleep when you're on it. And I didn't know how long it lasts. So I was still kind of high off LSD when I took the SATs. And I killed that shit. I had like a crazy high score. I don't remember it off the top of my head because it was like 25 years ago. But it was a super high score. And then I thought, well, shit, man, if I can do this high, imagine if I took it sober. And I took it multiple times sober, and I could not replicate those results. And two Nobel Peace Prize. Two Nobel Prize winners made the discoveries while high off LSD. So I'm not saying that it does not have the potential to be beneficial medicinally. However, the risks that are associated with it, I don't feel like they are worth it, because I think the changes I can make in my mind, I can make without that. Yeah.
We got Drew. That's
Drew
wild
coming
about
through
the
with 5. He got 5 on it.
That's wild about the lobster. It's true though. Everything, including the price of something, is a perception.
Price is illusion. Price is fake, right? Like if you just look at the stock market, you can see it. In the morning, a stock will be this price, and it'll be a different price by the end of the day. And a lot of times, nothing has happened except that people were willing to pay more or less for that same stock. Price it's all an illusion. It's all an illusion. It's all mental. The whole monetary system is fake. This whole shit is an elaborate illusion. But if you know how to play the game, if you understand it, and you understand that it is a game, then you can play the game to win. That's what we're going to be talking about in the Baller Mindset course. Make sure you hit the link in the description and find out more about it. Let's go.
Drew once again.
Big Drew coming through. Classic Drew.
Selling something at a higher price requires no more effort than selling something at a lower price. Especially wealthy people don't care about the cost of something that's valuable.
Yeah, it's like, price is what you pay. I think my man Hermosi said price is what you pay, value is what you get. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about being able to articulate the value, right? The value to them, but value is price is what it is. Price just is, but value is subjective, right? And value can be manipulated. I don't mean that in a negative sense, but value can be changed. You can devalue something, or you can increase the value of something based off how it's perceived, right? And that's what marketing is. That's what marketing and sales is the manipulation of value.
Coyote here tried donating. Said, I tried donating, but during the checkout, it asks me to select the state with zip code. I'm in Canada, couldn't figure it out where to select different country. This is
what? I don't know what to do, right, for my Canadian friends, but I do trust that you'll figure it out and report back to us. You know what I'm saying? I listen, I believe in you, Coyote. I believe in your ability and your resourcefulness to figure out a way to do this. What you might have to do is I don't know what you're gonna have to do, but I believe you can figure it out. I believe you can figure it out, Coyote. I ain't never been a Canadian, contrary to popular belief. I've never been a Canadian. I know it's surprising, but I believe you smart enough to figure it out, man. You watching the Victory Unit. You're not gonna accept defeat. Come on, I know you're not gonna accept defeat. Let's cheer on Coyote. Let's believe in him. Let's believe in that brother. You know what I'm saying? What else we got?
That's all for now.
All right. Listen, I want you guys to ball. What I don't want you to do is fall. Because sometimes people are balling. Sometimes people are falling. And in fact, we have a segment about it called Balling or Falling. We rusty. We took a week off. It's all good. We rusty.
Yeah.
All right. This week on Ball and Ball, here's a brother who can't catch a break. You think you've been having a bad year? Imagine the kind of year this brother's been having. All right. So he is ordered to pay $200,000 a month. $200,000 a month in child support. God damn, how many kids do they have? How many kids do they have? God damn. Brother's not even a billionaire no more. He lost all his deals. Banks won't fuck with him. Nobody would do anything. They're not even playing his music as much on the radio no more. My brother's having a difficult year. It's like he's having a lot of opportunities to practice resilience this year. Reality has presented him a lot of opportunities. But apparently, this is just half of the kids' expenses when it comes to tuition and security. Kim's gonna be paying the other $200,000. God damn, these are some expensive kids. So you telling me these kids cost $400,000 a month? That is wild. Listen, I want the best for my son and any future kids I have, But $400,000 a month? I can't imagine a world where my kids will cost that much. I just can't imagine it. But, I guess it's a security thing. When I heard security, I thought, maybe. When your parents are two of the most famous people of all time, perhaps, right? But that's a lot. So here's the thing. I want y'all to tell me, man, is he balling or falling? Because type in the comments, because you could make the argument that he's balling, right? I mean, he's balling because a judge said he can afford that much money, right? Like some of y'all ain't gonna make that in a year. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all who ain't in a victory unit will never make that in a year. Like for all the years of your life, you got to pay it every month. Yeah, he lost half his net worth, but you can still make the argument that he's balling. The fact that a judge thinks he can afford that, right? Or is he falling, right? This could be looked at as a long string of L's that this brother has been accumulating since he woke up and decided to go DEFCON 3, I think you said, on the chosen people. You know what I'm saying? On our Jewish brothers. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just like you let me know. Is he balling or falling? What they saying in the chat? Is this brother balling or is he falling? Jeez.
It's mixed. Some saying he's balling, some saying he's falling. Some are asking how you feel about his account getting freezed by ADIDAS.
Yeah, the ADIDAS shit is like he's really racking up L's. It looks like he's really racking up L's, but I've heard some people say this is all an elaborate plan. Like this was all planned. He's playing 3D chess with us, or we're watching the person go crazy. People go crazy. Some of them are rich. I don't know. Could be either way. I'm not qualified to make an assessment. Oh, Izzy 83. What is that brother talking about? Coming through with
Izzy
15.
83. Izzy 83 says, I'm a sophomore at university studying business, but I haven't decided what my major is. In your opinion, what business major is the most useful in starting a business?
Marketing for sure, right? Let me show you something. I'm not ready for it yet. Obviously, you can see that. For whatever. Oh shit. Okay. So here's the thing about having a business. There's two parts to every business. All right. Oh shit. Jesus. All right. So the first part you have, I'll use the red. I don't care. So the first part is the actual, the product or the service, right? The actual product or service that the business is delivering. Then you have the marketing and the sales of that product or business, right? And it's really two separate things. Actually, it's two separate things with two separate skill sets, and the best entrepreneurs have both, right? Like Elon Musk is clearly a good marketer, but he also made the first electric car that you weren't embarrassed to drive. You know what I'm saying? Like he was able to develop that, right? So the product was good. And fun fact, that was actually the marketing. They didn't have a marketing budget, but he went out being Elon Musk. It's like there's a reason he's so out in public, right? Because that's part of the marketing for the brand. You know what I'm saying? So you have to have both. Now, here's the thing. If this sucks, but this is good, that's actually bad, right? Because the last thing you want to do is be able to tell more people how much you suck, right? That's what you don't want, right? And if this is good and this is bad, then nobody knows about it, right? You're making the best shit that nobody knows about, right? So you really have to have both. Now, business school will not teach you how to develop the best product or service as much, right? But if you learn how to market it, at least you'll get the fundamentals of marketing, right? Like, I know a lot of these entrepreneur guys, they on the internet talking about college is a scam. Yo, college is fucking dope. I don't know if these motherfuckers was dorks in college or nerds, but that shit was so much fun. I met so many friends, so many connections. Like some of the dudes I went to college with are in movies, right? Or they produce movies. They're doing like big shit in the world, and I can text message them, and they can text message me. You know what I'm saying? Like having that kind of network. I ran into one of my homies the other day in the airport, and he was from school, man. He was in my weightlifting class, the only class I got an A in college, right? And he was in that class, but we weren't the same major. He was in biology, right? Why was he in biology major? Because he was a doctor. Now he's one of like a big time doctor here in Miami, right? And having connections like that is dope, right? You get that from college. You get to meet people. You get to have experiences, you know, and I got experience that I wouldn't have had. I was able to intern for Abbott Laboratories, a $1 billion company, out of college. I mean, while I was in college, after my freshman year, I interned in their sales department for the summer, you know, and then after my sophomore year, I interned in the marketing department. I learned a lot, bro. And shit was, I thought college is fucking awesome. So I think business marketing, right? Because you want to make sure you have this, right? You can always find someone who can do this, right? Let's say you're just a good marketer and you find some nerds to build something cool, right? Now you market it, right? Like, you know, it's like, these aren't always the same person. Sometimes people team up. You know, sometimes the person who's good at making the product or service teams up with someone who's good at the marketing and sales, and those are like really good combos. But every business needs to know how to market, right? So even if you just, whether it's your business or if you have a business that does marketing for other people, like I've done marketing for other people. You know, I've ran ads for people. I help people develop products and sell their stuff. And I know if I ever went broke, I mean, really unlikely, but like if I was ever in a position where I need to get some money, I have so many friends who are entrepreneurs, I could just help them market something or help them sell, and I know I can get some money. You know, my dad told me, man, if you know how to sell, you'll never go broke. Right? It's important. That's a long way to say that. What else we got?
It was pretty long, but
Yeah.
that's all we got for now.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. You know, you don't want to be caught out here slipping. You know, what you really want to do is you want to be out here pimping, and that's why we got the segment, pimping or slipping. All right, pimping or slipping. Don't give it to me yet. Pimping or slipping. I think we can all unanimously say these motherfuckers are slipping hard. Balenciaga. Now they got into some hot water over the week because I'm not gonna show the ad because I don't want to show that gross shit, right? But it was the ad of like a child, like a toddler, holding a bear dressed in like some sex bondage shit. And it was just weird, and the backlash has been crazy, man. People ain't buying Balenciaga. People saying they ain't wearing it. And this was a luxury brand, right? That was endorsed by, Kayne West. They had a partnership with ADIDAS. They were Kim Kardashian is one of the ambassadors, but she put out a statement. You know what I'm saying? I've been quiet for the past few days, not because I haven't been disgusted and outraged by the recent Balenciaga campaigns, but because I wanted an opportunity to speak to their team to understand for myself how this could have happened, right? And apparently she's reevaluating her relationship with the brand. Yo, she's one of their biggest endorsements. And yo, the Kardashians move numbers, man. The Kardashians move product. And if you lose your biggest endorsers, you know, people, your biggest spot, what do they call it when you endorse somebody? Your biggest influencers, the biggest influencer ever. That's probably gonna hurt the brand, you know. But you know, people I know are boycotting them. I know some rich people who are boycotting, saying they're not wearing their stuff no more. My homie Tristan Tate on his Instagram, he was going shopping. He bought a bunch of stuff at Hermes and other luxury brands. Then he posted Balenciaga. He said, I didn't buy nothing from here and you shouldn't either. And I was like, damn. Even people who got canceled, then canceled Balenciaga. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tristan for taking a stand. Luckily, I didn't wear none of that ugly shit ever, right? So I don't have to. But if, on the low, if I would have had like a closet full of Balenciaga, I'd be like, fuck. Why they do this to me? Now I can't even wear this shit. Louis V would never. You know what I'm saying? Fendi would never. You know what I'm saying? So I think I'm pretty safe in that regard, you know? But it's like you probably couldn't even sell this shit. You know, you can't wear it without looking crazy. I saw somebody put, if you still wear Balenciaga, you're a pedophile. Somebody posted it. Now that seems a bit over. I don't think it means you like children. If you wear some shit you bought long ago that's expensive. But I wouldn't wear it. No fucking way. I wouldn't wear that shit. Because one, I don't want to support the shit they was doing. And I don't want the smoke. You know what I'm saying? Now, they also, hold on, don't show my screen. I want to pull up something. They also suing the brand that I don't have that yet. But anyway, I think they're actually, oh yeah, it is right here, my fault. They're suing the producers of its own ad. I guess they're suing the marketing company or the producers. Hey, we ain't do nothing, man. It was them. It was them, man. Yeah, man. That shit was wrong.
That's unreal.
That's unreal. You know. Okay. I do not want anyone to understand to take this as I'm defending them, because I am not what I'm about to say. But there are ads that go out for my shit that I don't approve, right? But they just be up, right? You know what I'm saying? I don't even be watching my own YouTube videos half the time. I was there, man. I don't need to know what was said. And then sometimes the ads go up and I don't see them. I trust my guys, right? You know, there's too much shit going on. In my company, you know, we make a few $1 million a year. I don't want to say how much, right? You know what I'm saying? But it's and I can only imagine that, you know, like Johnny Balenciaga, whoever owns it, probably doesn't look at everything. Now, I'm not trying to shoot them bill. Honestly, that's fucked up. Fuck them. I'm just saying that I can see how that could happen. However, it's not an excuse. And Nima, I'm gonna be scrutinizing the shit you post from now on, man.
I was thinking about the time that we did the TRT. You remember you went on vacation?
Oh yeah, some shit. Oh, that shit did happen. Yeah, that shit happened. We said, yup. There was a mistake in one of the YouTube
videos. You had to do an actual video,
and we had to do a I didn't even watch the shit. You know, and then there was some mistakes in there, and it wasn't nobody's fault. I mean, I guess it was my fault. Right? I should have checked it, but I was on vacation, and
yeah, there was some numbers.
I guess I can see it. I guess I could see how that happened, but I'm not defending them. I just want to be clear. I'm not defending them. I'm just giving you some insight. You know what I'm saying? Don't take this as me defending them. Fuck that. Fuck Balenciaga. And it's easy.
I sent you the link.
You sent me another link? All right, don't show my screen.
Yeah.
And
I sent you the link. There's some people that are burning their clothes as well.
Oh shit, people are burning it. Hold on, let me see this shit.
It's
you
in
texted it
notes.
to me? All right, don't send it yet. Oh, it's in the notes?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, don't. Oh, hold on. Oh, fuck. Okay, let me see. Wait a second. Wait a second. Yeah. Oh, look at that. It's a screenshot. You can pull that up. Yeah, we good. They burning this shit. People burning their Balenciagas. Damn. All right. Yeah, burn that shit, man. Fuck them. Fuck them. And to be clear, it's very easy for me to say that because I don't own any. I thought the shit was ugly. I ain't never been a fan. You know what I'm saying? And but yo's fucked up. And even if Johnny Balenciaga himself didn't approve that, there was people there who did. You get what I'm saying? There were people there who did. And it's not like, what the mistake we made is like 2 people had to go through it, right? And the one person who was supposed to check me didn't check, right? I would have known. But a lot of people had to approve that shit. Down to the photographer, to the kid's parent who was there who thought it was okay to let their kid. There's a long list of people we can blame for that, But at the end, I don't know who owns Johnny Balenciaga, man. Who owns Balenciaga? But I'm assuming his name is Johnny Balenciaga. No, I think it's his fault. What are they saying in the chat though, baby girl?
We have a super chat.
Hey,
Alejandro again.
Hey, Alejandro. Hola, mi amigo.
How do you go about improving your communication and building relationships?
Yo, watch the victory talk from last week. Right? There's a lot of book reviews, but in there I talk about the greatest book on that subject of all time, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Should be required reading. They should teach a class on that in high school. The world would be different. Like, I don't even, nothing I'm going to be able to tell you is going to be better than what's in that book. You know what I'm saying? Like, How to Win Friends and Influence People is, in my humble opinion, the greatest book of all time. Most useful, most practical, and it's helped me the most. You know what I'm saying? How to Win Friends and Influence People. Get it, read it, memorize it, and apply it. For sure. Any more commentos?
We have a few questions real quick. We have Adam. What are 5 life lessons you would pass on to your kids?
Don't be a bitch. Get money. Yo, be kind to people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's some real shit, because when you're kind to people and useful and helpful and encouraging, it's one, you become, that's some How to Win Friends, Influence People shit, but it's a good way to live life, right? You'll have way more friends, way more people want to help you, want to work with you, and life just becomes easier. And nobody wants to be cool with an asshole, you know what I'm saying? And then what was that, 3 or 4? 4, man, lift weights. Be strong, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna help you in a number of different ways, and 5 is MOB, man. MOB, man. Money over bitches. Money over bitches. And I'll tell if God ever curses me with a daughter, I'll tell her the same thing. Right? Money over dudes. You know what I'm saying? Get that cash, baby girl. You know what I'm saying? Jokes. Daughters are awesome. Just I make jokes sometimes that are in poor taste.
Kat is back with a question. Bro, when you weigh your food, how is it? How does it go?
I like
When you weigh your food, how do you measure macros? If a meal is a combo of carbs, protein, and fats, then how to do based on one weight?
Like, you talking about a casserole or some shit? Like a mashup? I just don't eat shit like that. I just don't eat shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I can't measure it, I can't manage. Peter Drucker said, if you can't measure it, you can't manage it, right? So if I can't measure it, I won't eat it. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things to eat that, you get options. I just won't eat a casserole or some shit if I can't measure it. You know what I'm saying?
I think he meant, think of a Thanksgiving plate where you have your mac and cheese. Your turkey.
Yeah. So I weigh them individually, right? I weigh the turkey, boom. That's in my Fitness Pal. Turkey come up. You know what it is. Boom. Then I measure the macaroni and cheese. Now you might not know your macaroni might be different than your auntie's macaroni, right? So you might not know. So what you want to do is get a rough estimate. So you just type in macaroni and cheese, get a generic. Because the thing is, you always want to be in a range. You're never going to be 100% accurate, right? Even like all food labels are, the FDA allows food labels to be off 20% in either direction, right? So just know you'll never be 100% accurate, but you want to keep the range as tight as possible. You know, you want to keep the range as tight as possible. So I'll just type in macaroni and cheese and get a generic one and go with that. Because even if I scan the label, there's no guarantee that's going to be 100% accurate. And I know that. So I'm just trying to stay in the range. And I'll measure each thing on the Thanksgiving plate. Yeah, individually.
We got Adam back with a question. Brandon, what are your thoughts on... Why are you laughing?
I'm laughing at this question.
What are your thoughts on BlackRock Inc. and Vanguard controlling the world by partially owning every company in the stock market?
I think if that's what it is, that's what it is. Like, listen, I'm not the guy who's out here trying to change the world. Right? I'm never out here trying to make a bunch of change in the whole world, because I don't think you can change the whole world, but you can change your world, right? You know what I'm saying? You can't. I'm not going to be able to solve all the world's problems, but I can solve my problems. I can solve the problems of my team. I can solve the problems of my family. I can solve the problems of my friends. I can't help everyone, but I can help the people around me. And if everybody's doing that, right, then the world will be better, right? You know, I can help y'all. Those who want to, you know, join the Victory Unit and download High Value Alpha Baller for free. I can help you guys a little bit. Can I change the whole world? Nah. And I don't even try. You know, I just figure like, yo, whatever game we playing, all right, let's find a way to win. I don't care who's the president is. I don't care about BlackRock. I fucks with BlackRock. Listen, man, I'm trying to get on the winning team. Like Ray Dalio, the book's behind me. Hey, Ray, if you watching, I fucks with you. I don't know what the fuck Adam was talking about. You my dog. All right, Ray, I had this, you know what it is, Ray. You my dog. I don't know why Adam was in here talking shit about you, fam. I set him straight though. If you want to call me so we can talk about the thing with the guys over there, then we can work that out. If you watching, Ray, I know you watch. I know Ray is watching. He just don't be leaving comments because he got shit to do, you know.
We have Wellness Vibes with a super chat. What are your thoughts on journaling?
I'll never do it.
It's great advice.
Yeah. I don't have no thought. I mean, I can't tell him nothing else, man. I'll be our journaling.
Straight to the point.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't. I mean, I don't think it's bad, and I've heard people say good shit about it, but you know, I'm not the kind of guy who needs to get in touch with my feelings. Like I feel like I need to control my feelings, not understand them. Right? You know, like I feel like you need to control your state. Like, you know, you gotta control your feelings, not understand. Your feelings shouldn't control you. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion, though. I'm not saying it's bad, you know, or that's just me. And who the fuck am I? I'm just a guy yelling at you on the internet. You know, who gives a fuck? If you like the journal, then fuck, that's dope, man. Do that shit.
Just make sure you like the video.
Just make sure you like the video. Yeah. Oh, I think we got another Ballin' or Fallin'. I think we do. All right, so apparently the homie Odel Beckham got kicked off a plane in Miami because he refused to put on his seatbelt. Like, goddamn, nigga. I mean, you knew the rules, right? Like, just put the seatbelt on, man. Ain't that big of a deal. You know what I'm saying? But I guess he was going in and out of consciousness. Let's see what Adam Scheffner, he always come through. Shout out to Adam. He always come through with the football. You know what I'm saying? Odel Beckham Jr. was kicked off a plane in Miami on Sunday. Flight crew said the NFL running back was in and out of consciousness and wouldn't put on his seatbelt. The LA-bound flight was delayed after Beckham refused to leave, making everybody get off. Listen, I think we all know what that sounds like. I think you guys are all thinking what I'm thinking. You're all thinking what I'm thinking. I think we're all thinking the same thing. We don't have to say it, but I'm going to say it anyway. He needs to join the New York Giants, right? He needs to go back to the Giants. Am I right? Is that what you guys are thinking? Right? We got a chance this year. Right? If Odell joins the squad, we got a chance. Am I right? Is that what you guys are thinking? Maybe. Maybe not. I was the only one thinking that. I immediately thought, oh, this is what happens when you lead the Giants. He needs to go back. He needs to go back home, brother. He needs to go back home. Go back to the New York Giants. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go get that championship. Let's go get that championship, brother. Fun fact, man, we seen him not long ago. When we was leaving Fresh and Fit. He pulled up in the Lambo with the homies when we were leaving. It was like 1 a.m. They looked like they was about to get in. I don't know, man. It looked like he was probably going to go to, like, I don't know, Bible study, or I'm assuming like maybe he was going to do some charity work or something. That's the vibe I got, right? When I seen him pick up his homies in the Lambo and start speeding.
At 1 in the morning in Miami?
Yeah, they remember we seen him, and then we pulled off when he was pulling up, and then later on he sped past us on Biscayne like he really needed to get to that Bible study. Like he was serious, like them brothers was serious about the word. That's what I gathered. You know what I'm saying? And he was probably just so sleepy from doing the Lord's work all week. That was like 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks straight of doing the Lord's work. Brother couldn't even function right. That's what it seemed like to me. That's what it seemed like to me. Come on, brother, listen. Odell, if you're watching this, I know you are. I know you're watching. Go back home, brother. We go back on the Giants, man. We got a new quarterback. You ain't gotta try to catch shit from old ass Eli no more, man. Eli gone. Eli gone. We got Matt. We got the new dude whose name escapes me, but he's doing all right. It'd be you and Saquon. Y'all gonna be unstoppable, man. It's gonna be a powerful offense. Go back and join the squad, brother. You've done enough charity work here in Miami and in LA. Yeah. Your beautiful wife and son, they're gonna love Manhattan. They're gonna love it. Come on, brother. They saying, is he balling or falling? What they saying? What the crew saying?
We have there's two that said balling, and the other ones are just laughing pretty
Yeah.
much. Like, ain't no way at 1 a.m. Some of them is like men of God.
Yeah, come on now.
Amen, amen.
Come on now.
Brandon needs to be Odell's agent.
Yeah. I will, and in fact, I will, Odell, for free. I'll broker the deal to get you back on the Giants. We'll make it happen.
That wide receiver needs to catch his flight.
I see what he did there. He just didn't want to go to LA. And I don't blame him. LA is an awful, awful place. The city of LA is the worst place in America. He didn't want to go there, man. God was trying to stop him from going to LA. He had been infused with the spirit of the Lord here on Biscayne Boulevard in Miami. 1 a.m. in the morning, he's called the Holy Ghost. The man got in touch with God. And you're going to go to LA after that? They call it the City of Angels. It's sarcasm. City of Angels. It was a joke. When they named the city as a joke. Because it's not. He knows he needs to go there. He knows he needs to go back to the Giants. Come on, man. Reunite. Where it all started. Let's get it. Let's get it, brother. I don't blame him, man. I done passed out and caught convulsions too on flights to LA. David Ortiz agrees. David Ortiz agrees with me. Gracias, senor. Why don't I like okay, LA, I'm too harsh. LA's cool if you get past the fact that California has about 15% of the nation's homeless people. There's more homeless than there are home more. Right? Wait a minute, if you're not homeless, are you home more? Let me know in the chat. If you're not homeless, are you home more? Anyway, there's more homeless than there are home more in LA. It takes at least 2 hours to drive anywhere because it's so spread out and there's so much traffic. All right. And as a result, the concept of time to someone in LA is merely a suggestion. Home full. I like it. You know what I'm saying? The concept of time to someone in LA is merely a suggestion. Well, it's not their fault. They just kind of gave up on the whole time thing when they realized we're going to be late for everything because of this traffic. And they just accepted it. It's like the city just accepted, yeah, everyone's going to be late. And that's just how we function. All right. Probably the highest tax rate in America. This is someone who spent time in New York too, right? You know, there's that. You fucking meet somebody, they want to know how many followers you have the moment you meet them. It's like all they care about. It's like followers is the currency there. And I guess that's cool, you know, if that's what you're into, you know. I like to know humans for who they are as opposed to judging them off their how many followers they have. Earthquake, Smalls, Bush Flyer. You know. Oh, the clubs close at 2 or before that. Right? That city, if New York's a city that never sleeps, LA's a city that's always sleep. It straight dies after like midnight. It's a fucking ghost town. Right? Crime skyrocketed. You know, it does have one redeeming quality. And that is a beautiful landscape. It's a beautiful city. Beautiful, beautiful city. But like there's like, it's not the only beautiful city, man. It's a beautiful city with homeless. Like, okay, imagine a beautiful cake with like a cupcake and it's covered in like sprinkles. It's like you see the sprinkles all over the cupcake, right? The sprinkles are the homeless people. That's LA. I had never seen so many homeless people in my life, man. I've never seen somebody. There's at least 17 per block. At least. I might be being generous. You know what I'm saying? I might be being conservative. I mean, other than that, man, the city's great. It's a great place.
Drew said LA seems like its time has passed. 50-60% tax rate to live there, and it's an overall mess. Miami is the future.
One thing about me, and my girl knows this well, like, you know, I will hop on a bandwagon with the quickness. I will hop on a bandwagon, you know, Miami's popping. Psst, you know what I'm saying? Welcome to Miami. I'm playing the Will Smith song over here, right? I was a hardcore New Yorker. Got the fuck out of there, man. I'll hop on in sports too. Like I'd like to see the Giants. I'd like to see the Giants win, but listen, this year I'm an Eagles fan. Check this out real quick. Hit the overrated, underrated. I think it's overrated to have a team that you're going to follow through thick and thin, be a ride or die fan. Like my girl's a ride or die Kansas City Chiefs fan, no matter what. Right? And
Facts.
okay, cool. On the surface, that seems honorable, like, like loyal, right? But check this out. Players of teams leave with free agency. They'll request trades. Coaches will leave, right? Teams will switch cities, right? But the fan has to stay. Like, I get judged for switching teams every year, sometimes mid-season. Like a player can leave mid-season, ask for a trade, and leave mid-season, but I gotta stay like in the team no matter what. Fuck that. They work for us. They work, but without the fans, they make no money. We literally supply the income to when we watch these games. Just watching it makes them money, right? Because they make money off the advertising, right? Buying the gear. Going to the games, right? Like, they work for us, man. So there's no, you take that Go Chief shit off my screen.
Till the end of the night.
Nah, fuck that. Boo. Nah, it's like, yo, why can't we switch teams if the players can? If the teams can switch cities, why can't we fucking switch teams? I will switch it. I will change teams every season. I wait in the NFL. This is what I do. I wait till around Thanksgiving to decide what team I'm going to ride with this year. This year I picked the Eagles because they had the best record. That's all I'm doing, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'll change teams mid-game. I was at a fucking Heat game. And then he started losing. Halfway through a go Celtics. Let's go. Because I'm riding with the winners, baby.
You had a neutral shirt that night?
Yeah, I had the green shirt underneath. I was ready. I was ready to go straight Celtics. You know what I'm saying? Because they work for us. Like, no, seriously, just think about it. Just think about it. I know how this sounds, and this is a controversial take. Yeah, let's go Eagles this year. But I'll switch from the Eagles again. As soon as if they get eliminated from the playoffs, I'm back on any fucking anybody who's ever winning. Up until this fucking halftime at the Super Bowl, I'm ready to. Do I watch games? I watch games. I don't always get to watch the late games because I'll be going to sleep and shit. Fuck them. My mom, I remember something my mom used to say. I used to want to stay up and watch the Bulls because I was a diehard Bulls fan. This is how the story starts. Diehard Bulls fan, growing up in Chicago, Jordan's God. We winning championships, flexing, dunking on everybody. And I used to want to stay up and watch the Bulls. And she was like, the Bulls got their money. You better do your homework or go to sleep. You got school. The Bulls got their money. Michael Jordan got his money. And I think about that. I'd be like, shit, man. They already got enough money, man. I need to get more. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't stay up for all. But yo, this is how it started. Diehard Bulls fan, right? And then I would go to every Bulls game in New York, especially when the fucking Nets came to New York. Now, oh shit, I got more opportunities to go to Bulls games, because I would go to the Brooklyn games and then and wearing all bullshit. I wore a Bulls hat almost every day or a white side, like diehard Bulls fan. And then the year we thought they was gonna win, like Derrick Rose, he had coming off his fucking rookie of the year season. I think it was right after that, right? And then he was MVP. He was MVP, and then after that, the Bulls had one of the best records in the league. They had already beat the Heat. They were undefeated against the Heat that season, and they were playing. They were going to. I thought, oh shit, we're going to win the championship this year. We're going to win the championship this year. We back. It's like the Jordan Pippen days. Y'all know how that story ends. Derrick Rose tears his leg up. He needs a legiotomy. and he ain't never come back the same, you know. And he comes back and he's like, and I just remember one day I was watching the game and I was just like tearing up, and I was like, yo, I gotta pull myself together. And then after that, I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna have no team. I'm just gonna like enjoy the sport, and it makes the shit more enjoyable for me, man. It makes the shit more enjoyable for me. I just watch. I watch it for the love. Even when when I'm at a Heat game, I do be wanting the Heat to win, unless of course they play the Bulls. But I'll just wear red and I'll ride with whoever. I'm like, yeah, man, go Bulls. I got on red. Go Heat. We got on, you know what I'm saying? So that's like the perfect scenario because I'm a win no matter what. They lost, not me. They lost, not me. I think being a fan of one team forever is. Take that shit off my screen. The thing that being a fan of one team forever is, I think, it's overrated, man. They're gonna break your heart. Your team ain't gonna win the championship every year, man, unless you switch your team every year. My team wins the Super Bowl every year. My team wins the Super Bowl every year. You know what that's like as a fan? Knowing your team wins the Super Bowl? That's me. Now you live in, that's victory. That's sustained victory. That's what we talk about here in the Victory Talk, in the Victory Unit. You know what I'm saying? Like the video. It's been real. Make sure you join the Victory Unit. We got free shit in there, free courses in there, and we talking about victory, and it's really free Discord. I'm in there every day. My team's in there. Romulus is in there. You definitely want to join that. Link in the description. And donate to Toys for Tots so you can get the Baller Mindset course for it. It
Link in the description.
Link is in the description. Like the video, and I'll holler at y'all. Peace.